Hello, fellow flow hackers. Thanks for stopping by and checking out another flow video. Today we're checking out a book, probably I should call it the book on flow. It's oddly enough called Flow by, as you can see here on the screen, here's the author's name. If I didn't have this on here, like how it's pronounced, would you be able to pronounce his name? I don't know. This book has been out since the early 1990s, and I've read it probably, I think that I'm reading it now, probably for the sixth time, maybe fifth time, something like that. I don't know. But uh, the whole time I didn't understand. I actually couldn't pronounce his name. I just kind of I thought I thought it was something completely different until I looked it up, and this is it. My Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. That's his name. Great guy. If you ever want to watch his, or if you ever want to be entertained, and if you ever want to really learn a lot about the neuroscience behind flow and the psychology behind flow, check out his TED Talk. It's fantastic. You'll learn so much. It's a great video. But anyway, so here's his name, Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Here's the book, and what I'm doing is I'm taking excerpts from the book. I don't know if I'm using the right word, excerpts, but I'm taking pieces, golden nuggets from this book. This is the ultimate reference on flow. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi is the godfather of flow. He's the man. This is the book. This is what got me into flow back in the mid 1990s when I read it for the first time. I was looking for something. I was looking for something to help me with my career. I was looking for motivation. I was looking for um, focus. I was looking for inspiration. I was really stuck and I needed something. And I remember going to the bookstore and going through all these self-help books and researching all kinds of different things. And, there's a lot of good stuff, but, and, some of the stuff was interesting. I learned a lot about psychology. I learned a lot about motivation, inspiration, focus. But this is the one that stuck. This is the one that set me off on the next 20 years of doing research. And I got really fascinated and really interested in not only flow and how, applying it to my own life and using it to succeed and using it to gain financially in my career and applying it, but it also it launched my incredible interest in learning more about it and learning how to apply it and learning how to help other people apply it to their success, their financial success, their happiness. It's really been a life-changing book for me. And if you read it, I think you would understand what I mean. I highly recommend it. I will put a link to it down below in the description, and you can follow the link. Go check it out on Amazon and see if it's for you. But it's a good foundation if you're getting into flow, if you're just deciding if you want to get into flow, if you haven't committed, haven't a lot of people are worried that flow, it sounds kind of like cosmic ooze or something. It's not. It's a state of consciousness. It's an expanded state of consciousness, which sounds cosmic oozy, but it's not. It's very real. It's something that athletes do. Extreme athletes, they get into flow. For them, it's flow or die. Either they're in flow and their body is in sync with their mind, and they're totally focused and totally integrated with their activity. Either they're in flow and they survive their feats of jumping off cliffs and wingsuits and riding the big waves and the big wave riders and the extreme skiers, and either they're in flow and they survive, or they're out of flow and they don't survive. So it's really critical for them. And they're kind of the founders of flow. They're kind of these guys are people like Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi are they're researching these guys, these extreme athletes, and even regular athletes. The Michael Jordans and the LeBron Jameses of the world. These guys tap into flow and they advance their careers and they get to the upper tier of their sport because of flow. Nothing quite as dire here, nothing quite as extreme here, but applying it to success and applying it to financial success in our careers is what we're all about at howtohackflow.com. And this is what we try to do. We try to take all the neuroscience and we try to take all the complexities and kind of boil it down and put it in plain English so people can understand. So let's get into what we have here today. This is the beginning of the book, about the book. You know, inside here. By the way, it's they call it. He calls it the psychology of optimal experience, which is a perfect title. It's a perfect way of putting it. But so here you can see that you know, it says during flow, people typically experience deep enjoyment, creativity, and total involvement with life. That's a pretty lofty statement, but it's very true. You know, in this new edition, the groundbreaking classic, you know, his groundbreaking classic work demonstrates the ways this positive state can be controlled, not just left to chance. A lot of people slip into flow by accident. Might have happened to you when you're reading a great book, and then you know you've been reading for 2 or 3 hours, and you look at the watch, you're like, "Holy, are you serious?" You know, I've been reading for 3 hours. Well, you were in flow. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about, you know, how people get, you know, accidentally get into flow. But what we're trying to do is, you know, get into flow on purpose. So, that's the hacking. That's where the hacking comes in. You know, we want to teach people how to hack into flow, so you get into flow, and then you can apply it to your career and your success. And it will help you tremendously with motivation, inspiration, and focus. So let's move on here. So this is excerpt number 1. This is the book again we just showed you, and this is the paragraph I chose. So we'll go through this. I developed a theory. This is again from let me say this is from the chapter Happiness Revisited, which is the first chapter of the book, and page 4 is. This is a paragraph that I chose to go over tonight. So I developed a theory of optimal experience based on the concept of flow, the state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. The experience itself is so enjoyable that people will do it even at great cost for the sheer sake of doing it. Now that's what you want in your career. That's what you want when you're building a business, when you're an entrepreneur, or when you're a creator, when you're a writer, when you're an artist. This is what you want. If you want to do it for the sake of doing it, and you would do it whether you got paid or not, but if you apply it to the things you're getting paid for, that's the magic, right? That's why we're here. That's what we're talking about. That's our goal with howtohackflow.com is to achieve that level. We want to be there. We want to convert all of our tasks and all of the stuff that we have to do around our careers and around our projects and around everything we do every day. We want to do it and create so much enjoyment that we would do it even if we weren't getting paid. And that's what flow does. So when you can tap into flow, when you can hack into flow, and you can find that type of enjoyment from even mundane tasks that you really don't like when you're out of flow, but when you're in flow and you're right in the right state of mind, the right mindset, and you actually wind up enjoying it, and you're advancing your career and you're getting paid for it. That's the ultimate, right? That's what we're after, and that's what we want. That's the message we're trying to get across every day. So this book does deliver on all of its promises. It does deliver on explaining this, how this all works. But you don't necessarily need to read the book. If you want to watch our videos, we will go through paragraphs and we'll go through chapters and we'll kind of break this down. And today's breakdown is just trying to get, excuse me, trying to get people who are on the fence, maybe to think about exploring flow and think about following us on these video series, and think about listening to what we have to say and seeing if they can apply it, and seeing if it will help them with their motivation and their inspiration and their focus to advance their careers and advance, help them with building their whatever they're building, or there's, like I said, a book or whatever it is that you're doing. Specifically, we tend to focus on financial success. We tend to focus on using hacking into flow to create opportunities, to find opportunities, to get in that correct mindset. And flow is all part of that. And we'll talk a lot more about that in future videos. So this is me, Steve Miller. This is how you can contact me, howtohackflow@gmail.com. And our website, hopefully you go check us out at our website, howtohackflow.com. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and maybe you can subscribe to our channel, and we'll make more videos. And we hope to see you very soon. Have a good night. Thanks. Or good day. Thanks. Bye.